All right, the next question I received was over number 15. Let me see if I can pull up 15 for us. So here's 15. Sorry if I can pull this over. Looks like I can't. Okay, so here's the information for 15. It wants us to find the sum of the residual squared. So let's go back and do it longhand, and then we'll refresh your memory on how to do it the shorter way as well. So first thing I did is I went ahead and entered my data on the graphing calculator. So let's go do the longhand way. So there's my equation. I'm going to jot that down. Y equals 0.51x minus 25.2. So we're going to go to stat edit. We're going to go find those predicted values. So 0.51, my x values are in list 1 minus the 25.2. Then we're going to go over to list 4, which is my observed, which are in list 2, minus my predicted, which are in list 3. Then finally, we're going to go ahead and square those values, which are my residuals. And the last thing we need to do is add those up. We go to second calc. We're going to do the one variable stats on list 5. And we're looking for the sum of the x's. And I believe, again, the directions say round it to the nearest whole number, which in this case would be 2. Now, in the past few days, we also talked about an easier way to go about doing this. So if I go back to, again, stat calc, we run that linear regression. So right now it's kind of in linear regression mode, so we're going to go ask it to find the residuals. So we're going to go to stat, edit, and I'm going to clear out list 3. And if you remember, we can hit second, stat. Let me bump that up for those of you who need to see it again. I'm going to hit second, stat. And if you go down to option 7, it's actually going to calculate the residuals, and right now it's in that linear mode, so it knows to find the linear residuals. So we're going to press enter. Those are my residual values. I need to square them and sum them up. If you go into stat calc, one variable stats, this time all that information is in list 3. The only difference in this case is I need to find the sum of the squares. Those values that were sitting there were just the residuals. So here they've squared them, they've added them up. Notice you get the same whole number value, which is 2.